Joe, you have a lot of new stuff in here.
Yep.
I think I see a Tibetan ox cart. I see an Aztec ritualistic death altar. There's a Mayan flower pot? I don't know.
Yeah.
What is all this?
I'm getting so much new estate items to sell for clients. I have pre-Columbian, 500-year-old artifacts. Some of them 200 AD that I'm going to take to auction, yeah. And the biggest challenge right now is for me to go through all this, get it listed, and sell here at Primal Gallery.
Well, there's a lot of interesting stuff here. I think I even see a fertility god statue. I see a cool elephant, looks like from a fable. There's some really interesting stuff here.
I've got weapons in the back that I've already put up for sale.
Very cool.
And it's overwhelming, so that's why we brought in
our resident expert.
Yeah, I'm here to help you.
Well, let's start with your name.
Oh, I'm Melody Lednicky Lehman.
Where do you live?
I live in LA, California.
What are you doing in LA right now?
I go to UCLA.
UCLA? Mm-hmm. All right.
What are those, the Bruins?
Go Bruins!
Yeah! And what are you studying to be?
I'm Premed, so my major is physiological science.
Very cool.
And were you a smart one in high school?
Always.
Takes it from the family.
My family.
So, how old are you?
I'm 21 years old.
All right, so you're still doing your undergrad?
Mm-hmm. I'm a junior.
What made you decide to enter med school?
Well, you know when you're younger and everyone's always asking you? No. You were young once.
It's been a
I
while.
don't remember.
Like 100 years ago or something.
Combined.
When you're younger and everyone's asking you, oh, do you want to be a vet, a fireman, a doctor, an astronaut? I always wanted to be a doctor, and I always thought I would change, but it never did, so I stuck with it, and here I am.
You know, I'm kind of disappointed she didn't want to become an engineer.
No.
I thought she was going to be a art curator.
Oh, yeah, well, she's
That would've
definitely...
been good.
And that's what brings you down here to help me out?
Mm-hmm. That's exactly why. Help you with all of this.
You're doing all the research.
Mm-hmm. All the Googling.
Deep Googling.
Yeah. So you're 21. That makes you a junior. Mm-hmm. And sports?
Well, in high school, I've always been a water sport girl. I did diving, swimming, and water polo. And now in college, I do club water polo when I can.
Cool.
Who's your nemesis in water polo?
Ways.
Do you guys beat him?
We did this year.
You can lie, by the way.
Are they a clean team, or
Oh, no.
do they flop a lot in the water?
They're just aggressive. They like to push you around, scratch. I have scars. in
What?
Water polo.
Someone did that to my niece? Mm-hmm. Give me
I
their
have all the
names.
scars on my neck, on my legs, everywhere.
Uncle Robert and I will be there at the next game. We'll take care of things for you.
Oh, perfect.
Yes. Match?
Yeah, it's a match.
Our producer offline is making our interview a little difficult. So, how do you balance pre-med, playing club water polo, and going to Cabo San Lucas for spring break? Where do you find the time?
Well, it's all a balance. You gotta keep a good social life to keep a happy brain, learn a lot. My Google Calendar is my best friend. That's a big one.
So how many hours do you put in for school?
For school? it
Because
could be
people are going to
anything.
watch this and they're going to go, hey, you know, our kid wants to go to pre-med. Give us an example or an idea of
My
what
work?
your day is like.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So in the morning, my earliest day starts at 5:30 for work. That's for my internship. I go to the pool to help set up for women's swim and dive practice. So I help with fluids and I set up the med kit and get anything ready that they're going to need for practice and hopefully not need all the
Okay.
emergency equipment.
You know, your Uncle Bob is kind of dense. What do you mean by setting up fluids? Like Gatorade or?
We're a Powerade school.
Oh, Powerade, excuse me. Yes, yes. West Coast.
Yeah, of course.
I didn't know that.
Gatorade is University of Florida.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so you do that. What time do you finish that up?
Well, it depends. So we have practice usually until about 9:30, and then we head down to the training room and we do all the kinds of treatment they could need.
I didn't hear breakfast in there.
Oh, I
Yeah.
eat my granola bars on the side.
Really?
Yeah, drink my tea.
So you start at what time?
5:30?
5:30 is my earliest day.
How much caffeine is involved in
Yeah.
an average day?
Well, I've been trying to limit it, so a yerba mate and maybe a coffee later if I need it.
So then you go all the way to 9:30?
Well, that was my first quarter this year. I
Yeah.
went from 5:30 to 9:30 some days.
And
Those
then?
were very long days.
Yeah.
And then?
And then I go home and I cook dinner and I study and I go to bed and I do it again the next day.
Oh, I was way off. I thought she meant 5:30 till 9:30 in the morning, then she went to classes. What time do you finish your work?
Oh, I have, so practice goes till 9:30, 10, depending on the day. And then I go to the training room until 11:30 or 12. Schedule always changes, so you have to be flexible.
Okay.
And then I go to class for a couple hours. Depending on the day, it could be like 6 hours or it could be 50 minutes, depending on the class. And then I go home and change out of my uniform finally. And then I eat lunch, do homework, go to practice if I can. Yeah.
Well, you are dedicated. Mm-hmm. Are you on a semester schedule?
No, we're quarters.
Quarters?
So we just finished winter quarter and
Alright.
we're going into spring quarter.
What's your favorite class this quarter?
Oh, my favorite class is probably going to be Phi-Sci. It'll always be Phi-Sci.
What's that?
Physiological science, my major. So my major requirement classes.
So if I wanted to sound like I'm in the know, I would say Phi-Sci?
Phi-Sci.
And you work on cadavers at some point?
That was my first Phi-Sci class ever, was working with cadavers, was part of it in our lab.
And?
And this summer, I'm going to do a dissection anatomy class. So I'll be working with them again.
Did that, do a lot of people drop out at that point?
No.
Everyone loves it.
Everyone in Phi-Sci is very dedicated to Phi-Sci.
Yeah.
There's people, it takes a minute to get used to the smell. And they recommend like you can wear masks or you can put Vaseline on your nose or your lips to cover the smell. But
Yeah.
usually you stop noticing after the first class.
Huh,
But
interesting.
the brains smell the worst.
Does it permeate your clothes? Do you get brain matter on your stuff?
No, not if you're doing proper lab
Really, the
etiquette.
brain, so I'm assuming these are reused cadavers.
Yeah, a lot of them have been there for maybe 10 years, but during the summer they get about 5 new bodies, and the class over the summer that I'm going to be doing this summer takes apart the bodies and they prep the specimens for the classes in the upcoming year. So they do get a certain amount of new bodies every year, and it's all through the donated body program. So a lot of them are UCLA alumni or people affiliated with UCLA who felt so passionately about it that they wanted to donate their body.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So after you go through this, do you want to specialize in any particular?
I'm thinking sports medicine or orthopedics just because it's closely related to my internship now, but it could be anything once I get to medical school. I'm not sure, but that's what I'm leaning towards right now.
If you stick with sports medicine, are you going to work for the Bruins when you graduate?
If I'm lucky, they would want me,
Oh,
but it depends.
they would be lucky to have you. So she doesn't have time. We need like stem cell.
Yeah, hook us up.
Yeah.
What, you think, like, for your hair or for
Oh,
what?
Everything.
Hey, just for the camera.
Oh,
Here,
wait.
you gotta get it too.
Yes. In fact, I think I've done this before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
So, yeah. Hair, everything from here down needs fixing, and everything here up.
Well, hopefully in the future I can do your knees and hips and anything else you need.
Are you exposed to any stem cell stuff right now?
No, not right now.
Really?
That would be more neuro, and I haven't seen that. So
Any interest in that?
yes, it's a long residency though, and I don't
Is
know
it?
if I want to do that.
Can you hook us up with steroids?
No. Please.
Well, but you can hook us up with a lot of other things, I'm sure.
Apparently.
The athletes I work with don't need that.
Oh. Yeah. So,
Well, some of us aren't as, genetically gifted, so we need all the help we can get.
yeah, in our day, it was Wheaties.
Gatorade.
Yeah, that was it. When we were overseas.
Oh, please tell me you got that on camera.
Yeah.
Live.
When we were overseas, our protein was balut.
Oh,
Is that
you're
the egg?
kidding.
Yeah, fossilized. Not fossilized. What do you call it?
Break all your teeth.
Oh, yeah, well,
Hey,
no.
off-screen producer, what is balut? It's not fermented.
It's fermented duck egg.
It is
It
fermented.
is.
Very high protein. My coach used to give me that. My coach was from Germany, so we'd have balut, beer, at a young age for hydration,
Perfect.
and a lot of mushrooms and spinach.
Yum.
Yeah.
Breakfast of champions.
They
right?
broke me when it came to liver. I said, that's it. Forget the
Liver.
liver. Yeah.
Hey, I mean, there's a lot of truth to that. Tom Brady played until he was in his 80s in football, and
So what's next for you? When do you graduate?
I graduate 2026, so that's in about a year.
Quick, do the math.
in about a year.
Hey. And then?
And then I'm going to take a gap year. I want to work and I want to travel, and then I'll go into med school.
And is that when you're going to go scuba diving with us?
Oh yeah, right
Yeah?
when I get my
What's
my
a gap
certification.
year? Does that mean you find yourself for a year? What does that mean?
It could be. Hopefully somewhere in there.
Oh, interesting.
I did it wrong. I thought it meant working at the mall.
Well, I'm going to need a lot of your help, so if you want to do a lot less travel and help me price a lot of these antiquities here at Primal Gallery.
I can stop on my way.
I thought you were going to study for your MCATs during your gap year.
That too. Study, work,
Our off-screen
travel.
producer may be, or may not be related to Melody.
Maybe.
What's an MCAS? I really don't know.
Do you know like LSAT?
Yes.
So it's that for med school.
What does it stand for? Medical something?
Oh, I don't even
Aptitude
know.
test? The MCAT.
Let's go with that.
Let's Google it.
What's your favorite subject?
Phi-Sci, biology,
Yeah.
science.
Where would you ideally spend your gap year? That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
Oh,
Texas?
You could say that if you wanted.
No, really. India?
Maybe not India. If I could do it abroad, that would be amazing. But I would need to find a job or some volunteer opportunity, which I've looked into. They're out there, but they're hard to find.
You look into the Peace Corps?
Yeah, I did actually.
And?
Well, if I could get it, that would be amazing.
Is it hard to get in?
You apply, but I think there are a lot of different positions. It depends where I want to be. The last time I looked, there are a lot of openings in Africa, like the West Coast.
Oh, yeah?
So if I wanted to do that, I could. And I've definitely considered it.
Your uncles are worried about your safety if
Yes.
you're on the west side of Africa.
So is the producer.
Yes.
So I think you should stick to the Caribbean and help people like, see, lionfish stings, shark bite.
Jellyfish,
Oh, yeah. Thimble jellyfish,
rampant.
moray eel bite.
You could do that. I can do that now.
Really?
Not stitch you up, but I can bandage you.
Hey, the next time, I'll purposely get myself hurt just to see what she can do.
Maybe don't do that.
So, we were feeding, which you're not supposed to do. We were feeding the sharks.
Shame on you.
Yeah, and a grouper came from behind and bit the arm. And one of my co-instructors got bit by a moray eel, and they had to ship him to Florida for a month for therapy. Apparently, they have some
For-
bacteria in the mouth, and there's something, you have
Oh, I
to
had
treat
no
it
idea.
and stitch it and stuff. We need more people that can handle those kind of situations. And being a water polo player, I'm sure she could be an awesome lifeguard.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of overlap with, you know, studying ocean-related fish and medical. You could start your own career field doing this.
Yeah,
And live on
Yeah.
a boat
Isn't that
in the
Coast Guard?
Caribbean.
Coast Guard. Yeah.
Yes.
We're really good influences, and somebody wants to do medicine, and here we're talking about drugs.
What about them?
What
Good or
have you
bad?
done?
Like therapeutic drugs?
Sure, we'll call it that.
No drugs.
No drugs?
Nothing that messes with my lungs or my body.
Good for you.
Oh, so,
Oh, perfect.
yes.
Good
Right
for
up my
you.
alley.
Yeah. 21, graduate next year.
Mm-hmm.
Where do you do the next thing? Do you stay at the same school, or do you have to apply
For the MCAT or for med school?
for med school?
I apply everywhere I can, see if any of them will take me.
I applied to the engineering program in Hawaii.
Oh, how'd
University of
that go?
Hawaii. And not very well. I ended up in Lubbock, Texas. So have you really started applying?
No, I can't apply yet. I have to take the MCAT, make sure I get a good score. And then once you apply, there are series of applications. There's primary, and then if they approve you, you move on and you get the secondary application. And if they like you from that, then you get an interview.
Oh,
So
cool.
it's a whole long process.
Surely you have a target school in mind.
Johns Hopkins, free tuition.
Ooh.
Is it really?
okay.
Yeah, right now.
Wow.
I didn't know that.
I think NYU too, maybe. One
Yeah.
of the other schools over there.
Wait,
Yeah.
where's Johns Hopkins?
Maryland, right?
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool.
I think, or at least close by.
Hmm.
Far, far away from here.
Yeah, far, far away from the Caribbean. And I'm trying to find what's the positive part of this, but
Well, there's a coast in Maryland.
yeah, true, true.
Mm-hmm.
So then, how long's that?
4 years for med school, and then you go into residency.
And then, how long's that?
Depends on the specialty, is my
Yeah.
understanding. Some are longer. Orthopedics, I think, is usually a bit longer. I think neurosurgery is the longest, and which is part of the reason I don't want to do it. Also, just because I have more of an interest in sports medicine and orthopedics right now. But I think it varies. I'm not really sure. I'll
And-
get to that point when I get there.
So, how long will the whole process take? I mean, when do you start practicing professionally?
In
what do you-
residency, you're seeing patients.
Yeah,
I mean, in med school, you're also seeing patients, but you're not, their doctor, their primary doctor. So
do you
I'll
get
start-
paid? Do you get paid at that point?
In med school, I don't think so.
Residency, you get paid, obviously. And how long does that take typically?
Depends. I'm not sure.
Well, let's assume you stick with the sports medicine. Do you have a better idea of the time?
The last time I looked, I think it was around 6 or 8 years. But there are fellowships and other things you can do after. Also, some people get multiple specialties. A lot of the doctors at UCLA have multiple, so I could go that path too. It all depends.
I think it's time for fast questions without any direction.
Speed round.
Speed round.
Okay,
You ready?
I think so.
Where do you want to live?
California.
What's your favorite food?
Chocolate. Dark chocolate. That's important.
I'm at a loss.
What's your favorite book?
East of Eden.
East of Eden. There must be a story there.
Nope, read it in high school and really liked it.
Okay, well, that's a story.
Obviously, favorite sport,
Water polo.
hobbies.
I make jewelry sometimes. I like to crochet. I love to bake. A lot of artsy things.
What
I like
about the glass
ceramics.
stuff?
That's my jewelry.
Oh.
I make the glass with my dad, or
Yeah.
sometimes it's scrap glass that we find.
What about the bigger items that what do they call it, the blown glass?
Oh yeah. That's when I take classes. That's really fun. Can make the pumpkins. I'm really bad at making the glasses right now, but hopefully in the future I'll get better. All of them are really chunky and lopsided.
I hear you can make jewelry with coins.
Well, that's the goal. I'm about to find out.
All right.
I'll let you know when I do.
I need to sell them here.
That would be perfect.
Do you have a website?
Not yet.
Instagram?
Personal?
Facebook?
No.
Boyfriend?
Yes.
How many?
One.
Name? Name?
Oliver.
What do you like about him?
I don't know if I really like him.
I heard he's short, right?
Oh yeah, super short, 6'9", can't get any shorter.
Wow. What does he do?
He plays water polo, he plays saxophone. He's a music major at UCI currently.
How far away is that?
About an hour from where I live.
Who
Interesting.
commutes which way?
We both do. We're cool like that.
Right on.
We got a few more questions. LA fires.
Scary.
How close did they get to you?
We could see him from our back porch. There was a lot of smoke. It was very dark. When we evacuated, it was a whole ghost town, which is crazy because it's never empty in Westwood or in LA. Coming back was also kind of scary because you were hearing about everyone's houses who burned down. There were a lot of students who were affected. There were, I think, 7 athletes who lost their homes.
No, boy.
So there was one person on my team, it was very sad, who lost her home. So it was a very scary couple weeks, few days. Didn't know what was going to happen. The power went out, really crazy winds. And then it got better.
Good.
Slowly rebuilding. Yeah.
If you were an animal, what would you be?
An octopus.
Why?
Because they're smart and they're pretty.
You know how many brains they have?
1. 9.
I thought it was 8.
That's legs.
Yeah, I thought it meant.
One in each leg, right?
Did you watch My Octopus Teacher?
No.
Oh boy. How can your spirit animal be an octopus and you don't see that movie? You need to watch that movie.
Because I love them. That's why I don't eat them.
No, they don't eat them. It's about this documentary of next time we go diving, we're going to find you an octopus. Yeah. So,
I can't eat anything smarter than me, so I'm right there with you. How
Well-
many tattoos do you want?
None, currently.
Thought we were going to get
How many
tattoos
do you
together.
want?
You know what I want. I want the one big one.
And what is it?
Oh, this interview isn't about me. It's about you.
Do you have any other tattoos?
I may or may not have some tattoos.
What about you?
0 tattoos.
Are you sure?
I got Hannah
Henna?
Henna?
tattoo.
The
That hurt
temporary?
too much. I got a octopus that went from here down here. I was going, after about a day, I was going, I don't like the image enough to get
Really?
it permanently, so no.
You know what you should both get?
What?
You have a big canvas on your head. You should
I know.
both get a heart. I
Like-
love my knees.
Oh,
The question
well,
is,
we were going to
which knee?
surprise you. Yes, that's true. That's true.
We're both pretty cool.
oh wait, I had to count. Well, it's been lovely. We'll come talk to you in what? How long did you say? 2 more years? No, 26 is 1 year.
Come on. You're supposed to be the math guy.
And I don't have my engineering calculator.
That's the deep, dark secret they don't tell you about.
Yeah. Well, awesome. Thanks for coming and helping.
Thanks for having me.
Well, what are we
It's a
going to do?
pleasure.
Eat some barbecue? Texas barbecue?
We're going to look at bats, eat some barbecue.
All right.
B&B, baby.
All right.
All right.